there's a subject that I've not yet, a very personal, huge subject that I've not broached yet, that I've not shared, and I'm all about sharing, as you know. Basically, last year, March the 20th, 2008, on the week running up, I think it was on a Thursday, March the 20th last year, and on the week running up to it, all week, I'd been reading Jonathan Caner is my favourite horoscope dude. Jonathan Caner was going on about this, like, you know, this huge sort of planetary event. There was an equinox and a full moon at the same time, and he was like, you know, it's sort of like, it's an amazing thing to be happening twice up, both together, because it just doesn't happen that much, and, you know, something magical could happen or whatever. Anyway, on the morning of the 20th last year, I woke up and said Thoth, right? Because I just had a dream, right? And in this dream, I was in a sort of an office building. Well, it was like a kind of a factory sort of thing, and all these people are merrily going around with their shirts and ties on and everything, and, you know, busily, industriously sort of thinking. And there was just this sort of like, everything went into panic, and there was the main theme of the dream was beware, Thoth is on his way, Thoth is coming, you know what I mean, be scared, Thoth is coming, right, he's coming back, he's coming, he's on his way, sort of thing. But in the dream, I weren't scared, and I was sort of like going around trying to sort of say to everybody else, like, you know what I mean, don't be scared, there's nothing to be scared of, you know what I mean, if it would just prepare and everything will be fine, and whatever, and everybody was just like, mad, 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 mad. And I knew that I had heard the name Thoth before, because obviously I've always been, well, not obviously, but I have always been fascinated with ancient Egypt and whatever. And I knew that Thoth was something to do, you know, I'd heard the name somewhere, but I knew very little about any Egyptian gods or whatever. And I wasn't even aware he was a god at that time, you know what I mean. I just woke up, said Thoth first, and then my little boy went by the door, and I said, Kerry-Ann, have you ever heard of anybody called Thoth? Because he's really interested in Egypt as well. And he's like, no. It was so vivid, really, really vivid. And so the first thing I did was I went downstairs, switched the computer on, typed in Thoth to see what I could find. And it was, to say that that dream changed my life is a bit of an understatement, really. What I found out first was that Thoth is a moon god and associated with equinoxes, which made me go a bit, ooh, you will guess, sort of thing. Then I found that Thoth had written these emerald tablets, the emerald tablets of Thoth the Atlantean. Now, Thoth is meant to be one of the earliest sort of residents of the earth, yeah. And I'd like to share some of the things. This is why, it's not why, it's part of the reason why I feel that a lot of people like the Queen, people like the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds and whatever, basically are going to be stuffed shortly, right? Now for a time I descend, and the men of Kem, which is ancient Egypt, shall know me no more, but in a time yet unborn will I rise again, mighty and potent, requiring an accounting of those left behind me. Then beware, O men of Kem, if ye have falsely betrayed my teaching. For I shall cast ye down from your high estate into the darkness of the caves from whence ye came. Betray not my secrets to the men of the north or the men of the south, lest my curse fall upon ye. Remember and heed my words, for surely I will return again, and require of thee that which ye guard. Even from beyond time and from beyond death will I return, rewarding or punishing as ye have requited your truest. Now, even before I had the Thoth dream, you know, I was aware that something was wrong in the world. But since then, I've sort of been asking, you know, please just sort of give me some more information if you are like a real person, or, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that Thoth is a real person, I'm not saying that I'm channeling him or anything like that, but the coincidences that have happened in my life makes complete nonsense. I'm getting there, but I want to show the journey. I know I should have like pointed out this, you know, before, but obviously I wanted you to know that I wasn't insane, that I do actually have a lot of answers, you know what I mean, before I came in and said, oh yeah, a lot of it's because I've dreamt it, you know what I mean. The more I researched this stuff, the more I realised that however it was, why ever it was, I somehow have, maybe it's a connection to the all, you know what I mean, I don't know, but there was a message, because what I read, what I've learned since I started studying that has taught me more than I could ever myself on the experiment of one before, you know, because it was a few years ago that I put myself on the experiment. Maybe it's because I'd altered my energies and I was like living a different way that it was allowed in. I don't know, do you know what I mean? Maybe I am just clinically insane, but there are too many coincidences, there are too many similarities to what that man said in those tablets and to what I'd already worked out and I'd already got like sort of written down and sort of working things out. Basically this is one that is going to go on for quite a long time, because obviously I've been living with the Thoth thing for a year and 3 months, a year and a quarter, and I'm only just starting to piece together the little bits. Watch this space.